What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another reaction. We are checking out KWON B. Apologies for butchering her name if I did, but from what I understand, both her and Lee Chae-young, who are having new releases today, both of them are members of IZone, were members of IZone, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I'm not that familiar with that group. I did, however, check out Panorama and absolutely adored that song. And plus, with Lee Chae-yeon being the sister of Chae-young, who we checked out, obviously, I'm a fan of ITZY and also checking out Twice as 16, uh, which both of them, Chae-young especially, did very well on that show, but both of them were perhaps a little bit too young to appear in such a show. With some of the events, some of the stuff that was happening, I talk about 16 in depth in my reactions on Patreon. If you guys are interested in seeing that and seeing some of my frustrations with that show, just with some of the people behind the scenes and whatnot. But in any case, at the end of the day, it looks like all of them did very well for themselves, and the members that didn't make it through the show, or the members that got eliminated, still managed to do very, very well for themselves. And Panorama was a beautiful song, so I'm very excited to check out both of these songs. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm probably gonna make it like a double reaction of sorts in one video with KWON B's Underwater, which is what we are going to start with. We're gonna go through this music video and then have a review section where we kind of talk a little bit about some of the lyrics and possibly some of the visuals as well with both of these songs. So without any further ado, if you guys enjoyed this content, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, check out the Patreon if you want to see some exclusive reactions, while also support the production of these videos on YouTube. And let's get into it. That was a cool transition. That looks like a butterfly, right? Whoa. I love her vocal melody here. Whoa. Whoa. This chorus is beautiful. I love this melody. 가늠조차 안 될 테니 받아들여 너와 함께할
여긴 underwater.
Whoa. This was absolutely beautiful. I didn't really know what to expect, to be honest, but this chorus is one of the most beautiful choruses that I've heard in recent memories, and we've heard quite a few beautiful choruses in the last couple of months. But I love like Kwonon B. Kwon. I'm so sorry for butchering her name, but she almost comes off as like some type of a sea goddess of sorts. I'm not really sure, but can't even measure it. Except it's almost like can't measure the love, much like you can measure the depth of my love because we're underwater, and the deeper I fall, and the more madly in love I am, and I want you to be submerged with me under water. She's almost inviting a special someone to her world, which is underwater, as suiting I'll share the breath. Won't have to worry, stay. Like you don't have to worry about being out of breath because I will share my breath with you and we can be here together. And also forget the feeling of stepping the ground. I'm erasing your gravity as it leads to the pre-chorus, which literally like almost as if I'm erasing the gravity as you step into or fall into the ocean or into the water. You will lose your gravity because you will sink, but it's okay because I'm there with you. So I'll share my breath as I pull you to the bottom of the ocean by erasing your gravity and having you fall deeper and deeper. And like the pre-chorus is very much expressing that interpretive dancing, which is very passionate and almost like professing the love, all delicate movements directed towards you, awakening touch. Very passionate and very delicate. The bridge is literally talking about how the deeper I fall, the more calm I am as I'm locked deep down underwater, filled up with emotions. Some of these dance moves are absolutely beautiful, and I also want to touch on the fact that there is a very dark element in this music video in the beginning as she's talking about under my cold and transparent heart, like before she was before she almost like fell in love and unlocked all of these deep emotions within her. We see a shot of her being surrounded by what looks like giant ass snakes or something, because she is cold and almost like ruthless, but this person perhaps unlocked something in her that made her want to unfreeze that cold heart of hers, if that makes any sense, because it literally looks like a bunch of silhouettes of some snakes as she's almost like lying down, and we see like some type of wings around her, like fairy wings of some sorts, and also the the thing that she's holding when she's in the outside shots, up against the blue sky, it almost looks like a butterfly of sorts. So it's like she's going through a phase of transformation and rebirth, which is what the butterfly kind of represents. Like the triumph of the, we literally just talked about it in my vision reaction to Dreamcatcher, the triumph of the spirit and the soul over the physical prison. So like my cold and transparent heart became warm again, as literally we see all of these shots of the dancing between the cold colors and then the warm colors to almost like represent the sunset of sorts, like warm and fuzzy and like loving feelings, which is very, very cool. This was an absolutely beautiful music video, and this is one of the most beautiful choruses that I've heard, and that's quite saying something with some of the stuff that we checked out on this channel just in recent weeks. She's phenomenal. I'm going to shy away from saying her name because I'm so conscious about the fact that I'm butchering everyone's name nowadays, or any days. But this was absolutely beautiful. If you guys enjoyed this reaction, and if I made any sense at all of these lyrics, let me know in the comment section. Also, her saying you and I will be here together underwater does kind of throw it back to the cold and transparent heart, because the heart became unfrozen because of these loving feelings, but it is a little bit almost like forceful. It's like the darkness is still there as no matter what, we'll be there together. Like, even if you eventually don't love me anymore, we'll still be there together. It's like you and I are going to be together until the day that we die, until love do us apart, so to speak. Which is, I'm taking things a little bit too dark, as I usually do in my reactions, so don't really take some of my comments too seriously. But I do love, like, there's a very beautiful contrast of darkness and light, and how this person perhaps unlocked the loving emotions within her. So yeah, this was absolutely beautiful. Let's move on to the next song. So unfortunately, captions are not available, but the teaser does give off some very harsh Halloween, horror vibes in a way. Doggy. 멈추지 않을 style 시작된 내 맘에 빛이 가득해 더 숨가쁘게 Rush on the stage 미쳐갔다 Or is that a wolf? That looked like a wolf for a second. Oh. Damn. Oh, so she's a vampire of sorts? Okay, she's a vampire. She's not a vampire? That's a fun song. I like the vibe. Nice shirt.
And now, the breakdown.
That's a fun song. Okay, so this was actually a really adorable song, and I love the contrast between the darkness of the visuals with the warmness and the cuteness and almost like this wholesomeness of her voice. It came off like her voice always came off as if she's smiling. Like you can quite literally hear the smile in her voice, as her being like this vampire that is trapped in this door but still wants to get out. and her burning when she pulled her hand out, but yet we still see her outside just enjoying the world, which kind of, to me, I'm guessing, since I'm not all that familiar with IZone and familiar with her specifically, it's kind of hard for me to really talk about these lyrics. Like, I find it very interesting that she's using the analogy of like a vampire that is trapped in this mansion, almost as if that is afraid or is unable to get out into the light. Like, the light represents her making this debut with this solo project. Hush rush on the stage, like the stage represent the lights that are shining upon her as she's making this solo project, much like in the scenes where she's outside just experiencing the world and just dancing outside, feeling liberated. It's almost like the representation of her feeling the release of finally having the chance to make this album, which is probably something that she's wanted to do for a very long time, because literally the lyrics are standing in the light that spreads. I love it. Hush rush on the stage, like the light represents like the spotlight that is on her, that she loves because she loves to perform, and she wants to keep on doing it despite feeling like she was locked in that mansion for a very long time, afraid of stepping out from the darkness. These lyrics do kind of like indicate the fact that she always feels like excited, and being nervous is almost good because it means that you care as she's making this debut, right? Just her having those headphones on, whether it's outside or in that mansion, kind of represents the fact that music is kind of what's not necessarily saved her, but music is her escape, whether it's listening to music, making music, or being in the music industry, something that she loves very much. So this was a really different type of music video from anything that I would have expected. Seeing the teaser and expecting something a little bit darker, there's something very like this angelic aura about her, which is kind of ironic because she's supposed to be a vampire. But she's definitely one of the cutest vampires that I've ever seen. Buffy the Vampire Slayer would probably have a hard time killing her, to be honest. So, and I also like the fact that despite her being outside, she still has like that darkness, even with the shirt that she was wearing, which I believe might have been like Iron Maiden. It was just a really cool contrast with her being so wholesome and so happy and the sound of the song, but inside of me there's still a lot of darkness, which was a really cool touch in my opinion. And overall, it would be cool if she was into that kind of music. This was a really surprising music video with a very positive twist of just loving what you do, and it and she finally got the opportunity to do what she wanted, like deliver the concept possibly that she wanted to deliver. And I really like, again, the contrast in the music video to the actual song. It was quite something. And like her burning, sticking her hand out and getting burned, but yet later on she's outside. Maybe it kind of indicates to the fact that she was afraid, like it was like mental barrier that didn't allow her to go out, perhaps. Or maybe she worked out some type of a uh, potion or spell or whatever to be able to go outside. I'm not really sure. You guys can comment on some of the elements within this story. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If I made any sense at all, let me know in the comment section below, and I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.